Everybody, welcome back. Northern Lion plays Spelunky 2. Haven't had the best runs lately, but some of the runs that were good have been percolating out, and honestly, I've been soaking up your support like a little iced coffee. People said, NL, you possibly could have known that white was not the color of the clay sculpture. However, we all seem to be in agreement that there is some sort of strangeness there, some sort of ambiguity, and we don't hold it against you. And you know what? For that, I'm very appreciative. I think the Spelunky 2 community... Are you coming back to life? Yo... Believe it or not, you skeleton, you're still gonna burn. Spelunky 2 community, you gotta love them. You know why? We're all in this together. There's solidarity. Really? Like, we were actually gonna throw HP at the spider in order to try to get a pot. Does that strike you as the best use of resources? I don't know what we do here, honestly. Something like that. Absolutely, believe it or not, precisely what I was trying to accomplish here. You know what? I think we say no to the ghost pot. I'm not willing to use a second rope this early, even though normally I am. And I wasn't really willing to let Monty just sort of walk down there. I thought there was a good chance he got killed by a pusher. So somebody did link me to, I mean, I guess you wouldn't call it a spreadsheet. It was more like a matrix, and I'm not talking about a media property created by the Wachowskis. Ha! You know what? I hate to say it, we got time. For my own psyche, this guy's gotta burn. There you go. We'll exorcise those demons. So I may actually refer back to that chart if we get to, if we get there. There's a couple that are like, hear me out here. If you know what all 5 of the superlatives are, you know, like wood, onyx, clay, jade, gold. If you know what all 5 of them are, it actually does become a lot easier to understand and guess which one's gonna be, you know, which one's gonna look like which, right? But as somebody who's coming through kind of like relatively spoiler-free, it becomes much harder to be aware of that, because you don't know, is clay the lightest or the darkest of all the available options? Wood, gold, and jade are relatively self-explanatory, but... Dunky, dunka-da-dunk, dunka-dunk. Okay, this is a very weird run. I support it. I think we are going to buy the skeleton key and the matic. This is maybe, like, this is scoregami. This is the first time I've ever, purchased this exact permutation from a shop like this, I think. But here's the deal, right? Sorry, Monty. We want to be able to sack Monty. Okay, that, no, he can't fit. I'm sorry, Monty, but, like, it had to happen. It in some ways had to happen. If we can't sack a full Monty, pun intended, I suppose, at least we can get a little extra here. And actually, you know what we should do is by getting the Ujat Eye, we'll be able to see inside of some of these rocks. And... ooh, there's a special shop, but it's bad. Honestly, like, if some of... I don't mind taking the matic down one more floor, obviously. But if some of these rocks actually have, like, good gems inside of them, we could spend some time... That hurts. We could spend some time fishing for a little bit of extra money. Ah, crap. Hold on. We got a little time. I think we're getting one free item here. This is, you know, not necessarily the way we drew it up. Quiet. What? I don't believe you. He was sacrificed. He was sacrificed on there. Okay, but it is worth it for the shoes. Obviously, we face some negative consequences with where we're at right here. Like, we lost 3 HP. We won't be able to buy the power pack. It would be really nice to do so. We're just out of time. It'd be really nice to do so, because we'll get the turkeys on the next floor. But it is what it is. I'm willing to accept this as part of the consequences of doing business and not sweat it too much. So ideally, it would be insanely sick to get paste. The seeming irony of it is we almost need to have paste to get paste. So we're just gonna, you know, any opportunity that we have to spare ourselves the use of a rope is very valuable. We've only got one left. We would probably like to kill some turkeys here. We don't want to kill the turkeys, I should say. We want to harvest some turkeys. There's a slight but stark difference, and I'm not talking about Tony. Okay, we're gonna need to harvest the turkey earlier than expected. Again, why even fight them, you know? There was no reason for it. So I don't think a bomb just by itself is gonna do what I want it to do here. We also don't necessarily have a ton of time. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try something like this. Maybe, I was just gonna say maybe it would shake out in such a way that it could also glean us. Oh, that's so huge. Access to paste. Again, we're light on time. Why do this? I really just wanted a little extra space to possibly get the paste. I think I've come to accept that paste is not likely to be in the cards for us. And I believe you me, I would love it. I really would. That's our path. But if it's gonna be, well, I mean, it's not gonna cost us that much necessarily. But you know what? This is how you die. But if this works, this will go down as one of the greatest plays in Spelunky history. We don't have like any time, but hear me out here, okay? You throw this down. What's the play? Try that again. It looks like this. So that is not actually the way I wanted to do it. I also wanted it to blow up the turkey at the same time. Let's be honest, that was a bit of a pipe dream. But either way, oh, sorry, Monty. Either way, we did get it done. You know what? I haven't even considered the idea that you could possibly... Oh, we just gotta go. Like, honestly, forget the turkey. Grab Monty, make yourself a path. So, look. Definitely fair to... Just go. We're dead! Oh, okay. Well, I did get hit by an arrow trap, so... that one hurts, because we genuinely had a... what I would consider to be a fairly decent setup there. But we also... I mean, I can't deny I did it to myself. Mostly by poor play on the floor preceding it, but... It's okay. Nice little warm-up. I mean, you know, I'm not sure if you've been following the news this week. It's been kind of a long one. I'm willing to give myself, I'm willing to cut myself a little slack, let's say, for following the news cycle, plus having a newborn, plus playing a video game that's difficult in the first place. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on right now. All the more need for, productive distraction, I suppose. Excuse me, where's my ghost pot? So let's put our game face on and maybe do a little better. We didn't spend anything on that floor. That's the positive thing. We didn't get much, but we didn't spend anything. You love to see an altar. You wish you didn't have to spend so much to make it happen, but compass is really good. Honestly, even the freeze ray... I've come to accept that the freeze ray has a lot of advantages. Because we can use that to kill Quillback, which in and of itself is pretty good. Very, very nice, obviously. Cape is a huge advantage, maybe saves us some ropes in the long run. I do doubt that we will encounter enough bodies. We're probably at 10 favor, and we need to get to 18. No, we need to get to 16. Could happen. Alright, we need to maybe spend a rope here, unfortunately, unless you want to try to whip that arrow trap, which I definitely do not. But better to acknowledge that we're going to need to spend and do it than try something fishy and screw it up. Okay, okay, oh no, alright, well, we will be trying something fishy and getting into some shenanigans here, because obviously we desperately need to get the Ujat Eye to have just about any chance of doing what we want to do on this run, and we will leave. Leaving behind a lot, unfortunately, but also feeling pretty good about where we stand. You know, it certainly was not perfect. Certainly was not perfect, but definitely very happy, regardless. Well, Yang's not going to be too pleased. I think we've decided we don't really care about a single gold bar too much. So we're going to ignore that. I'm looking for turkeys, want to help. I'm afraid to tell you that I've already found some. So there is a bomb box in here. It's very good. Honestly, some ropes would be nice as well. I'm not afraid to spend here, even though this is pretty much all we got. 3,800 remains. I guess we, you know, we really do want to get everything here. Monty is whatever. Like, if it weren't a dark floor, probably be more open to trying to get this Monty pickup. Or if I saw an altar, for example, but I think if we just play our cards right, we could leave this floor much better than we found it. I am disappointed we didn't make that Matic run work, though, because that was unusual, and I was having a fun time trying to solve the problem. So I think the thing that's people are gonna be most excited about in this video is that there has been a change to the Olmec fight. What's surprising maybe is the idea that the change to the Olmec fight is actually, I think at first glance, it appears to make the fight harder. So they've made it so that Olmec only drops bombs if you're directly below him, which I don't think it's as unsafe as it sounds. Like, it does incentivize you to be below Olmec, you know, in the same spot, I think, as often as possible. This is all theory crafting, by the way. I haven't actually been to the fight myself. You know, you're witnessing my first run on this new patch, probably a few days out, but either way, I think that it is a buff to Olmec, to be sure. But I don't necessarily think it's as hard as people are making it out to be, but I may be wrong. And I may be crazy, but I might just be a lunatic you're looking for. That's Billy Joel. Maybe you've heard of him. William Joel. This is okay, as long as you don't get hit, which does represent a lot of circumstances in Spelunky 2, to be fair. If you don't get hit, a lot of situations that might not look okay are actually pretty acceptable. We're willing to go pretty deep here to try to get some extra gold. Because we were spend heavy, and we missed out on, like, a whole floor. So my plan, since I already hold a cape, is to not go to Volcania, but to go to the black market. However, might as well get him to go this way first. Ah! and then we'll take it from there. There we go. All right, and I think we should just cook a bomb and send him. I saw blood. That's what you want to see there. So that's looking pretty good, honestly, and there's a little bit more gold for us. I got nothing against Volcania, but, well, actually, that's clearly not true. It's also apparently called Volcana, but I refuse to acknowledge that. I just, you know, I have my opinion, you have yours. But either way, what was I gonna say? Well, I'm just kind of, like, sick of drilling down and having molten hot magma drip on my head that I can't even see, and as a result having my whole run collapse due to an instant death like that. It's not to say there's not some instant deaths on the jungle. We have been walking into bear traps a little bit more frequently lately, but you know, at least those ones I'm like, I could have seen it coming. Sorry, Monty, I don't think we're gonna spend a rope on you here. I should have gotten you earlier. That's my bad. We're not doing poorly with respect to our HP, but you'd always like a little bit more. Alright, good stuff. Let's caffeinate. Anyway, here's the thing. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, when I step on a bear trap and die, I'm like, you know what? Fair play. That's my fault. When lava falls on my head from 100 yards above me, I go, you know what? That one doesn't feel nice. That one, I'm not going to say it's not my fault, because I think in many situations, there's something you can do. However, it just feels less good, for sure. So, we do have... Kind of regret even doing that. But what's worth more to me, a torch or 10 grand? Torch provides comfort, a little bit of money. It may also provide us with more than 10 grand, but it'll be a journey. So I think most of the time, you would really expect me to have said the 10 grand. This time, I'm like, you know what? Let's experiment. I don't think we have to use a rope. Okay, so the thing is, we're gonna use a rope, but that's just because I noticed that there was a torch. Oh, maybe we won't have to, actually. It's just because I noticed there was a crate down there, so that changed the dynamic pretty quickly. Alright, so we got 38 grand. We picked up paste and spring shoes on this floor. Paste, expected. Or at least, you know, there was always gonna be a chance. Spring shoes, a little bit more surprising. But very, very happy to see it. Now, just to be straight up with you, I do want Monty. That's a touch trickier than I would have liked. I do want Monty. I'm not fully sure that I care about the idol as much as you might want me to. Okay, so we just want to stick him. That might do it. It did do it, okay. Hello. I don't know, man. Like, what are we at here? Okay, we took damage. That makes me want to get Monty more. Don't sweat the crying, by the way. I always mention this. You don't need to sweat the crying. We're both looking after the baby. Had a nice couple of hours with the baby this morning. We got a new thing going on where, like... and it's pretty cerebral. I'm not sure if you're gonna get it, but like I grab her hand and then I pretend that I'm gonna eat it, and I go like yum num 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 num, and she goes, and then I do it again, and then about 30% of the time she kind of like smiles. It's like, it's a pretty good bit. I've been workshopping it. I think maybe it'll work on the NLSS pretty well as well. Dunkity dunk. Okay, this is a run that is completely okay. Very happy to see the bombs. Spring shoes, honestly, if we're doing a power ranking of items in Spelunky 2, which seems like a slam dunk video for us to do at some point, I think you gotta respect... Hold on. You gotta respect the spring shoes more than I have. We should really just toss a bomb down here. That was not the way I drew it up. I think we got pretty lucky. Honestly, I was just going to say the compass is something I've been looking for in a big way. So I'm very happy to see that. But I think spring shoes, honestly, might be slightly underrated. Especially if you're in a position where you got a low amount of ropes. I'll go a step stronger. I think I have underrated the spring shoes quite considerably. I think that the number of times a block is just one tile away from you makes this an item that's like way better than expected. So I will say, I don't know if I see the bomb box happening for us here. We're just gonna go through the moon challenge now. Just, yeah, there we go. I don't know if I see the bomb box happening. We could probably get to it from underneath. You know what I do like, though? I do like this idol. I also, the other, like, unintended thing about the spring shoes, I think it makes any platforming event easier. Like, just getting that idol is easier because we can spend more time in the air. Same with the cape, for sure. Okay, I mean, we certainly, like, want to do this. Yeah, this is worth it. Call me a coward if you want, and we've taken so much time here. But I was not willing, I was not willing to, I was not willing to take the upper path. Because I really can't afford to aggro the moon challenge, madam. Okay, this, just a little reckless. You know what? The thing is, we can afford to use ropes more if we're using spring shoes less. Once we finish this floor, I may pause to take a look at what's happening in the other room. Does appear that perhaps I do not consider these cries from the infant to be duress necessarily, but I will say that, you know, when they go on for longer than a minute or two, I start to wonder if there's not something I could help with. Okay, so we will have Monty. Good stuff. Not good stuff. Get him. He's got to go. Monty's important here. I don't think the ropes are, but Monty's very important, especially on a floor where I took so much dumb damage just from jumping into stuff. I think we can afford one set of ropes. I do not think we need the axolotl, but I will go to the next level, which is not the black market, which is awesome. I'll pause temporarily. Okay, we are back. You sing a little song to the baby's good to go. Officially makes the baby the only person on Earth who cries less when I sing. Officially making the baby the only human being on Earth that stops crying when I sing. That stops crying when I sing. Yeah, I'm doing like a... It's like a late night comedy bit, you know what I mean? Maybe you've heard of it, comedy. We're okay. You know what would slap right here? Spring shoes. Oh, wait, we already have, I meant spike shoes. Okay, sorry, I got a little distracted there. I'm glad, despite the loss in HP, I'm very glad we invested in having a chance to get the bomb box. And I will always enjoy the option to maybe get this idol. What's more important here, a ghost pot or Monty? I think the answer is both. I know that's kind of not fair, but we're fairly close to the bottom here. Don't come back to life, please. Chill. That's fine. We just needed them to not be on this level. Okay, this is like way too dangerous. I should not be involved. There we go. Alright. Yeah, we should be able to get one of everything. Just... That's what we're looking for. Well worth a bomb. I was hoping that might be like a damsel shop, but... Okay, what are we looking for? Just use your head. You got Monty, you got a ghost pot. Don't jump too high. What comes first? Monty. Monty comes first. And you can tell... It's a situation where some decorum is required, because I did not say, or sometimes not at all. Gross. Next would come the ghost pot, but we're also going to make sure that... I knew it was coming. We're also going to make sure the shop contains nothing of value, because if it contains something of value, we'd want to buy it. I'm not like anti-spectacles, but if anything, we'll probably have the opportunity to buy them if we're lucky enough to go to the black market. So let's wait until then. This is a pretty big floor for us. This is a black market floor. We knew that coming in. Or at least we're reasonably confident. Could have been on the first floor, I suppose. It's a highly cursed black market floor. Just because of the fact that we, like, can't access the left side of the screen. There's a couple of possibilities we're thinking about, I should say. Could be on the right side of the screen. Alternatively, we could bomb our way up from underneath. There is a... Oh, now we're talking. Hold on. There is an altar, that's what I was gonna say. Hate to see the, how many, like, witch doctors there are. But you love to see a lot of bodies on a floor with an altar. No doubt about that. You know what? We have the bombs required. I'm not willing to risk this too much. So it's somewhere up here. We're not in a rush. Honestly, not in a rush at all. We do want, I mean, this is apparent, but we do want the clover, and we can always come back, but, like, just want to make sure we got everything kind of sorted out first before we get too technical. Okay, so it's around that area there, which is okay. We got a couple of minutes. Let's go. That's actually huge. So get the... Oh my god, but... You know what? I'm not willing to throw this one away. It's a lot of bombs to be spending. But I'm not willing to just throw it away on nothing. So take me in here. Get that clover as soon as possible. Good. Very nice. Okay. Donkey donk. We can loot this place out in a second. We can sack Monty. We're gonna have a great chance to get the Kapala. Let's just buy the hedge it real quick while we're here. Bomb box is very important. Spike shoes pretty important. We're gonna have, like, I mean, we have 50 grand, 60 grand to buy whatever we want. I think we've done a reasonably good job of carving out a little niche for ourselves on this one. And honestly, that's like the idols, they pay dividends, right? You just gotta... Let's go. There's our Kapala. So that actually... Did we not miss out on an item as a result of the order there? Like, did we not just over... No, you can't overshoot, right? We must have gotten an item earlier, I just didn't know. Did we get paste from that? No, we killed a spider for paste. Anyway, I'm not sweating it too much. It's more academic than anything else. I wouldn't mind any climbing gloves available. No. So, we'll buy the bomb box. A bomb box. We're possibly going to get another one. 48 grand remains. I think buying at least 2 sets of ropes is valuable. A gun... Well, I mean, here's the thing. Does a gun actually benefit you that much on new Olmec? I think we don't know the answer. Either way, we would lose it, but then we would get it back later. I mean, we have enough money that I think we can just... Because of paste, I think if we just buy bombs, we'll be happy with that. We don't really need a freeze ray. I would say, honestly, you can just stack up, like, extraordinarily heavy on bombs to make the Olmec fight a little easier. We will take the Pitcher's Mitt. We will take Spectacles, which are just insanely cheap. And I really don't think we want anything else, but if there's any extra bombs for sale, why not, right? So we're going into this new Olmec fight, like, a little confused, for sure. We don't really know how we're going to handle it, but I'll tell you, I think having 39 bombs plus at least 3... Having 38 bombs plus at least 3 puts us in a really good position. I know the danger here. Send it. Puts us in a really good position here to just basically maybe even just bomb our way through the whole fight. So he will, in phase 2, he will only drop bombs if he's directly below us now. We did only get the bomb bags. It's okay. totally fine. Monty's is definitely gettable. Okay. But we're not too concerned about that yet. Let's get through this first... the first new Olmec fight, and then we'll talk. So let's walk it through. Let's do some rubber duck debugging. How do we expect this to go? Well, in theory, Olmec will still move side to side, but he will only drop bombs if he's directly on top of you. Which, to me, means he will open up paths like, I think he just does this, and then when we get underneath him, he will drop bombs. So I do wonder, like, with 39 bombs, I think our best option is actually just to, like, create our own path here. Like, I think we're kind of back in Spelunky 1 strats. And it is an expensive use of bombs, don't get me wrong. Just let it go here. Kind of want the same thing to happen here. Like, if he could create his own portal here, that'd be nice for me. You just want him not to drop them down on top of you or, like, explode any into you. would also be really bad. Not really what I was looking for, but check this out. Oh, it's not quite perfect, but it's pretty good. And then, honestly, what about like this? And then we just want to drop him, dude. So I'm gonna let it go one more time. This was not where I wanted to be. That's okay. We're just getting used to it. We're just getting used to it. So I feel like the next step is almost like put a rope like here. I'm glad we bought some more. It's not like the money was gonna do us any good later. And then drop them. How am I, like, better at this part of the Olmec fight? Doesn't make any darn sense. So now we got a very traditional sort of Olmec fight happening. We'll be leaving now. Tomo! What is it, buddy? My man's is meowing. We'll try to drop him in this little pit right here. Should be doable, I think. No! Okay, that could have gone terribly wrong. Just wait this one out. There's no rush. There's still no rush. I mean, that's good play. No caffeination break anymore, but I'm really thankful we had a lot of bombs for that. If you didn't have bombs there, that might have been a bit of a spicier situation. Alright, so, I mean, what are we? We're like 33 minutes in here. This is kind of a long run already, but we know what we're getting ourselves into. We must... Oh. We must move to fight Kingu, the Turtle of Dreams. I don't really... I mean, a bomb for a boomerang when you got 32 bombs is totally fine. But... consider it very, very secondary to our overall aims here. We don't need the money badly enough to fish for it, I think. You know, someday you got to prioritize your own quality of life in some circumstances. I firmly believe it. People always ask me, NL, how do you know, stomach playing so much Isaac over the course of many years? Well, you know, at the end of the day, it's a pretty fun job. So there's one element of it. And then the secondary element of it, hello, Tomo, is... you know, I make it fun for myself. I don't... If a way to min-max is not optimum for fun, then we don't do it. Most of the time. I'm willing to spend 2 ropes to... I mean, we spend a lot of ropes here, but... this is like one of the very few levels in the game where we're going to be moving, you know, downwards instead of... or upwards instead of downwards. I will say... could go to the temple. Like, we got some good stuff going on with the Duat. But honestly, like, Like, bombs and paste are great for the doo-wop, but I just kind of like the... I like that we're honing in on how to win this side of the map. You know what I mean? It's not that I'm like... You know, the temple I do think is definitely harder. I'm not just trying to stay away from it for that reason. I definitely do think it's harder. These are spikes, so just be cool. Just waiting. Not a wise move at all. We got pretty lucky to not be killed there. Oh, and there goes our torch, but we can relight it, right? Let's go. I'm a fool. But you know, I just, like, at this point, the game's hard. Like, I don't think there's any controversy on that. It's a hard game. So, ideally, I feel like it's sensible to kind of just maintain some degree of normalcy and just kind of, you know, stick with the path we know and understand a little bit more. So, I kind of screwed this up, but because we bought the glasses, it's actually still pretty bright. No! Okay. This is okay, because it's only for a floor. As long as we don't murder... That was dumb. I'll own it. That's dumb. As long as we don't murder the security guard... Alright, well, now we have a gun. I don't know, man. Let's commit. Watch out. I was just gonna say, there's a force field back there. The heck's going on in here? I was here first. I don't even know what that is, but whatever, dude. Maybe if you take that all the way to Neo Babylon, you get on the list or something. I don't know. I'm grasping at straws here. So that was not the way I saw that going down. But I will say, you know, there's only one Madam Tusk, right? There might be multiple security guards that'll be upset, but we can deal with that, you know, at runtime circumstance. Let's go. So the gun is not really that good for us because we have to take Excalibur regardless, but... I'm the leprechaun. I see it. I saw it. Oh, this is a cursed situation. Maybe not. Maybe you just do that. Then you're okay. So we're not going to do the stars challenge. We care not for the clone gun. We also don't really care for the turkey, to be honest with you. Why would we? Turkey doesn't do anything for us. We don't need the HP. We can take the blood, but we don't really need the HP overall. Come on. Just... We could use a bomb here. We do have 30 of them. Just do that as well, though. But we don't need it because we got the Ankh coming next floor regardless, so... So of all the shopkeepers to anger, I definitely think we angered the proper shopkeeper. We angered the least catastrophic one. So, I mean, obviously you don't have to be a Spelunky scientist to know what's going on here. We don't have the cape any longer. So you just gotta be, oh my god. Just gotta be a little cooler than usual. That's fine, we don't sweat it because we're using the Ankh on this floor. Technically, I mean, why wouldn't you? You know, do you float or do you just shoot? We're just looking for the subspace. Sorry! Just looking for the subspace. Not trying to cause any trouble. Just looking for the subspace emissary. Is it... Okay, so we spent 2 minutes doing nothing. If you'll excuse me, I would like to find... Oh my god, that's horrible. No, it's great! If you'll excuse me, I'd like to find an entrance to the subspace. So this is just how it looks now, right? The whole floor is just coral forever, and I'm not talking about Rick Grimes.
Yep.
Hello. This is looking pretty good, though. I don't want to count my chickens. But this is pretty good. Let's caffeinate yet again. We should have a very good chance to kill Kingu and at least make it to the ice caves. And then I'll be honest with you, for some reason the ice caves have been like my own Everest. So we'll be a little bit more concerned than is typical, like from Spelunky 1 at least. And that's okay. Where are we at here? We may just skip as much of the ice caves as is practical. But first, let's get through this section. So apparently, and I apologize for taking so long to acknowledge this. Apparently, at the bottom of this level, there is always a hired help in the water, which is what you can use to get them through the ice caves in order to donate, or just, oh, that was not smart. In order to get them to the ice caves, I should say. Don't you dare. You know what? You know what? Dare. So we gotta go down here anyway. We don't have climbing gloves, which is one of the bigger kind of losses we're facing right now. So we'll try to get that hired help at the end, I guess. Hello. I've never seen you down there before. I think. You seem much closer to the surface than usual. Okay. There he is. We got 5 HP. Very appropriate amount of HP to deal with this without facing too much danger. Very nice. Cracked Servant of Wood with Bat. Cracked Wood Bat is like one of the easiest patterns we could have possibly come up with. So, Cracked Wood Bat. Cracked Wood Bat. So we probably... merely... Okay, you know what? You got me. Nobody gets me twice. We probably just need to free you. You are not hired help. Which is fine, actually. It's nice to get another character. Cracked Wood Bat. But first, you gotta get through the ice caves. Hey, your friend looks pretty strong. Can they help me out? Absolutely. Okay, so there's a shortcut handled. We will... Oh my god, dude. So, if we choose... not to do wet fur. What's the negative consequence? Miss out on some blood for certain. We'll miss out... Oh, we don't have spike shoes, so just be careful with these guys. Miss out on some blood for certain. Miss out on the clover, which we don't really sweat. And you'll miss out on... spike shoes. But... right now, I'm honestly just... like, I feel like I'm happier ignoring it for now, which might be short-sighted. That was almost pretty spooky. Even that is, like, a little spooky. Hello, Monty. Like, don't get me wrong, I'd love to add Monty to the situation room here. I'm just kind of waiting with bated breath, you know? 4 HP, definitely not where we want to be on Neo Babylon. But it's where we're at. I almost just smashed the ghost pot. I would describe that as a bad idea. However, there's a machete. We don't care. We don't care for the machete. You can... Oh my god. The machete is going to get hit over and over by the electrical beams. Hello, Torquay. I think we choose not to mess with this situation in here. I'm fully cognizant of the fact that this is not a good situation. More so than your average Neo Babylon 1, this seems to be a pretty cursed floor. So we're just trying to play it right. See, that's where we don't want to be. Is on that very, very narrow opening. However, now I would honestly say we seem a little bit safer. And remember, we're looking for cracked wood bat. I'm using a bomb here. That's a good bomb. We're feeling okay. Cracked wood bat. Cracked wood bat. And we see our entrance. Honestly, it's heavily cursed as well, so I will be using a bomb. Trying to shy away from being, like, too needy with my bombs. Or too stingy with our bombs. So we're looking, let's just make sure. Let's just make sure we know what we're looking for here. Cracked wood bat. So we have a smiling wood bat. Cracked wood snake. Man, wood is easy to spot. I appreciate that. Get out of here. Clay, if that is what you really are. Cracked wood bat. We're looking for cracked wood bat. Looking for cracked wood bat. You know what? Just have a plan. Just have a plan. Cracked, correct. Wood, correct, bat, correct. Get me out of here. Cracked wood bat. How this is easy, thankfully. Now, we don't like it in here. Just relax. We're still fine. And this is why you love having the Kapala. You can rebuild. That's a laser beam. As it is a laser beam, we will be spending a bomb. We will be spending bombs in a lot of circumstances here if we can if we can cheat our way through the system. We just wait it out. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Colleen to the show. Let's go! And then kill him for blood. I'm joking. I'm kidding with you. For once, my extreme over-reliance on bombs is paying incredible dividends. Because we have just enough. Okay, so why blow that up? You know, this is all about finding upstream problems. And there's another upstream problem there. Which is this, that might not do it, but it might. It did. Okay, so now we just slow fall. Just looking. Just peering at the way things appear. Now we know there's a laser beam here. That's what we're waiting for, is to see if... it's gonna trigger the ghost pot! Don't panic. On the other hand, go fast. Ladies and gentlemen, we have made it in. Okay. How do you get through? You don't even need to fight her. You don't need to fight her. You don't need to fight her. Thank you for the reminder, Brain. You do not need to fight her. Hold on, my alarm is going off. Great timing. Dismiss, please. That's my reminder to renew my home insurance today. We got bigger fish to fry. Ladies and gentlemen, never seen anything like this before. Hello? Hello? Reborn, you've done well to reach this place. Oh! I can't take you with me, Colleen. I apologize. But out of respect, I will not kill you for your blood. What the heck is this? What? Oh, what the heck is that that's going on out there? What the heck is this? We're Olmec? We went gold? We went gold? 6-4 completed. This is new territory. Sunken city. In the bottom of the well, the first city sleeps. Oh, so it's a lot like the worm from Spelunky 1. Still got 12 bombs. Essentially, I have no idea what's happening here. But the water is upside down. Blue frogs! The water is upside down. Oh, this must be like the sun challenge, right? Reborn. The sun challenge may act as something, something. Okay, good start. 2, 1. Is this like a race to the finish sort of thing? This seems horrible. Okay. You know, it was fun nonetheless. I had a great time. And we sniffed the next stage of the game. For now, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time. See ya!